What is up, everybody? My name is Hyken, and this is the Delux M800DB.
Knock two.
So this mouse first piqued my interest when I saw comparisons between it and the Razer Viper Mini. For those of you that don't know, the Viper Mini is one of my favorite mice out there right now for claw grip and fingertip grip. It's my main mouse when I'm not currently reviewing a mouse. And I have honestly been getting sick and tired of waiting for Razer to release their own Viper Mini wireless. And apparently the folks over at Delux got tired of it as well and decided to copy the shape and release their own. In the box, you get the mouse, a braided USB Type-C to USB Type-A charging cable, and a manual. The mouse also comes with its own USB receiver. It's tucked away on the bottom of the mouse. There's a slot for it down there. Now the mouse also comes in at $36 US, which is about $4 under the MSRP for the Viper Mini. So this is actually cheaper than the original, just something I wanted to point out. It also has a very impressive 70-gram weight. The mouse also has RGB lighting on the scroll wheel, logo, and back of the mouse. The little strip on the back of the mouse is the exact same as the Viper Mini, as is the logo, but obviously it's Razer's logo, not Deluxe's logo. I see a couple different numbers for battery life on the Amazon product page. I've seen anywhere between 30 and 50, so I'm just gonna assume that it's about 50 hours, maybe 40 to 50 without the RGB on, and probably closer to 30 with the RGB on. The mouse never died on me. As long as you remember to charge it every night or every other night, you should be fine. Charging it is also quite easy. There's a USB Type-C port at the front of the mouse. You just plug it in. It's that simple. The mouse also goes to sleep after what feels to be about 30 seconds or so. That really helps you save battery life. I think it's a great feature. Shape-wise, this mouse comes in somewhere between the original Razer Viper and the Razer Viper Mini, but it's definitely closer to the Viper Mini than it is the original Viper. I'll go ahead and put the measurements for this mouse and the Viper Mini up on the screen for you right now so that you can see the size comparisons. Just like the Viper Mini, this shape is excellent for claw grip and fingertip grip. I used both of those myself and it was awesome. If your hands are pretty small, you could probably get away with a palm grip. However, the hump in the mouse will make things a little bit awkward for palm grip, so I would really suggest a different mouse if you are looking for a palm grip mouse. But claw grippers and fingertip grippers like myself, you're going to feel right at home on this mouse, especially if you're using the Viper Mini beforehand. The sensor in this mouse is the Pixar PAW3325, and it's alright. It doesn't perform quite as well as the Viper Mini sensor, but I think it's definitely serviceable. To most people, this sensor is going to be just as good as you need it to be. I did notice the occasional hiccup here with the sensor, but there wasn't any spinning out that I needed to worry about or anything like that. I wouldn't say that the tracking experience was perfect, but it was still pretty good. Again, definitely serviceable. The sensor goes up to 1000 Hz polling rate and up to 10K DPI, which should be plenty. If you're using over 10K DPI, you're doing it wrong. As far as I could tell, there were no connectivity issues either. The mouse never lost its signal and then got it back really quickly. Nothing like that. It was all smooth sailing across the board. Now it's time to talk about the biggest problem with this mouse, and that is the feet. They're traditional black Teflon feet, and they are not great traditional black Teflon feet at that. These feet also don't have curved edges, which can lead to some snagging and just an overall rougher glide. These felt a lot better the more I used the mouse, but again, right out of the box, they were pretty rough. And unfortunately, to add to this, there aren't any great PTFE feet replacement sets. They're all going to be mismatched. They're not going to fit perfectly. I would really love it if a company would start making feet that would fit this mouse, but yeah, right now, at the making of this video, there are not any perfect replacement sets. I am probably going to end up getting some set. It's not going to fit perfectly, and if I do, I'll make an updated video on this as well if it works out. I'm not sure, it might ruin the mouse, it might work terrible, but make sure that you are subscribed so that you don't miss that update video. Build quality on this mouse is fine. It's a $36 mouse, so we do have to keep that in mind, but I really wasn't worried about this thing falling apart on me. I don't love the coating on it, but it is better than what I expected, to be fair. It doesn't show finger oils as much as I thought it would, but it doesn't really feel great in your hand. Again, it's a $36 mouse, so I can't really be too harsh on this build quality wise. It works, and I don't think it's going to fall apart. Left and right mouse buttons here are pretty good. There's a little bit more pre and post travel than I would like to see, but again, it's a $36 mouse. Side buttons aren't bad. They're not great, but they're not bad either. There's also a little bit of rattle when you shake the mouse around, but nothing really too offensive. The scroll wheel is pretty light and the click is a bit on the heavier side, but I found that was just fine for gaming. We also have a DPI button on the top of the mouse. Alright, here's a sound test for all of these mouse buttons. Are these clicks perfect? No, they're not. But are they alright for a $36 mouse? Yeah, they'll work. Software-wise, we have some pretty basic lighting controls here. I just left mine on a solid blue color. We also have polling rate and DPI level adjustment, as well as a macro system too, if those are your thing. Again, this software is about what I would expect out of a $36 mouse, but you know, it's fine, it does its job. Alright, so yeah, this mouse isn't quite a Viper Mini Ultimate, but if you're like myself and you really like wireless mice, this might actually be a great alternative to the Viper Mini, or maybe if you just want to save yourself $4. You can definitely check this mouse out. Again, I don't love the feet, but if I find a good replacement, I will be sure to update you guys in a new video or at least a community post. It's definitely not a perfect mouse, but for $36, I really can't complain too much. I just wish these feet were better. Alright everybody, that's going to go ahead and do it for me today. Thank you very much for watching until the end. I really appreciate it. Please remember to hit that like button and that sub button on your way out, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace. Oh my god.